Well, my spot is really to talk about 4PI, and I've already had the opportunity to do that a little bit, but just to sort of remind you about the standards and the work that we've done. But I'd like to also use this space to highlight the work of Debbie Roberts, really, because over the past year, we've worked together on the 4PI standards. And just to remind you what they are, of course, I always forget one of the P's when I try to relate them, but anyway, principles, purpose, presence, process, and impact. Thank you so much for that, Sarah, because that was really helpful. That just about timing was perfect. And we take that framework out and we work with, I wouldn't say we've worked with hundreds of organisations. I think it's about 3 or 4 so far, but we're working with a 5th one at the moment. And we've also developed some templates to use like sort of flip chart paper size, so that we can actually give people a sort of template flip chart to people so that they can start to sort of build up their own principles or their own purpose, presence, process, and so forth, actually, so that we are not actually going out there and telling people this is how you do involvement. We're saying let's work together. It's more like a shared learning process than a training or a teaching exercise. But yes, I think that the process has been brought alive for me. And Dominic has already referred to how old I am, so that was really helpful.
Sorry, Alison.
Thank you very much, Dominic. But in the last couple of years, really, I think I've really found that working with Debbie in using that visual sort of way of getting information sort of available to people on the day it's really sort of brought lots of things to life for me. And I really appreciate that process, and I really hope that lots of people have. I know, because one of the people who came up to us I'm sorry, I'm embarrassing you now, Debbie, but somebody did come up to us in one of the workshops that we ran together and said, that they had never taken in so much information before. And this was somebody with a learning difficulty who, generally speaking, found, the overwhelming use of words, the long reports that we produce, the many, many words. I write a lot, and I write long reports. That has been my sort of life, really, writing a lot. And I think it's fantastic to be able to reach more people through using a visual method. So for me, it's changed my way of working completely. So I would like to say a huge thank you to Debbie, and also to NSUN for making the whole sort of the 4PI standards come to life at all. So thanks, everybody.
Here. Thank you very much, Alison.